Hello, my dear Aquarius. Welcome back and welcome to March. I hope you all are feeling this burst of springtime energy. I personally suffered a little bit of a head cold the last little while, so pardon me if I do a lot of throat clearing. It just took over my sinuses and my throat. So I'm happy to be here with you. This is actually several attempts at making this video. So I hope that it finds you well, and I hope that you all receive this message in the highest possible good for your life and your world. So we're just taking a moment here to burn some herbs. I've got some Palo Santo here, just to clear the energy space, and just take this time to grab your tea or your water and go ahead and get comfortable. And just clear anything from the day that maybe took your energy. Clearing any of the thoughts or expectations that you might have. And just releasing also any expectations for the reading as well. It's okay to have an intention, but just know that you're going to get the message that's most meant for you. So let's move forward here with the sequence of the reading that we're going to follow. We have the center here. This is your past mindset here, messages from the spirit realms, and then your forward movement or forward action into the future. And then this here is the Lenormand, and it's just read from left to right, just like a sentence. So right in your center here, we have the big picture. Okay, so a perspective shift is coming where you're going to get sort of this bird's eye view of whatever it is that's going on in your world, situational, in the situation or your emotion. In the past here, we have the giveaway ceremony. So this is a really beautiful release work, and excuse me, this is when children would be taught to give up their only possession, and it just taught detachment and not giving too much energy to material things. And we live in a society that's very opposite of that, right? And it doesn't have to be something that's physically you getting rid of it, but it could be. You could be decluttering, you could be doing spring cleaning, but this is also an emotional release as well. So giving away any of those thoughts, beliefs, or limitations, anything that's no longer serving you. So there is something that's ready for that, that's ready to be released. And in the mindset here, we have the drum. And I absolutely love the meaning of this card. This is about a daily rhythm. This is about setting habits and also understanding how your energy personally works. This is about having your hour of power and then giving yourself a minute of rest, or, you know, sometimes a minute of energy flow is worth an hour of rest, depending on what it is, right? So just trusting yourself that you know what your boundaries are and you know what your body is asking for, and really seeing yourself thrive as well. Oh, and here we see the victory card. This is counting coup, which in ancient times it was actually more humiliating to have someone reach out with you with this stick and poke you in war than it was to die in war. So this here is a staff that was used to grab people's belongings, because we know here just how sacred those belongings can be. This might be this girl's only doll, and this might be this man's only feather. But because he has taken it, he now has that power, he now has earned that feather. So this was actually in the reverse. So if I had to guess, this might be some ego work, something needing to be released around the need for the win, or yeah, it'll come up. We will see. Okay, so into your future, this is also reversed, and this is the power place, and this is about empowerment. Okay, so maybe some of you are in the middle of a power struggle, just maybe some arguing, maybe some harsh words. And again, we went to habits. So perhaps there's a habit for you to come into resistance somehow or another. And I'm being reminded actually of human design quite a bit through your reading when we have this the drum here, which is about understanding your own energy flow and empowerment, how you release energy to the world, how you radiate. So if you're interested in that, I've been doing a couple of readings of those. I'm not an expert by any means, but I understand the gates quite well, which is where a lot of people stop. So I can offer a pretty extensive human design reading if you're interested in that. So just message me. Everything is in the description box, but here we go. The power place is about tapping into the absolute essence of Mother Nature. And I'm seeing here, we have 4 and 3, the sum of which is 7, and 1 and 6, which is also 7, which is a magic number. Okay, so, wow, and then here, I don't know if any of you are into numerology, some of you may be. We have 32 and 23. 32, 2, 3. So, very interesting synchronicities coming up for you, Aquarius. Let me know if those are your angel numbers or something to that effect. So it seems to me that the universe is guiding you to look at your empowerment and how you connect with other people, and perhaps letting go or dismissing, or I don't want to say dismissing. Maybe that's something that you've been hearing recently in your world, or somebody's been saying something like that. Just dismiss it, dismiss it. So kind of an interesting energy there. Let's see the storyline. So we have the Rider, which is a fast-moving energy. The Scythe, interesting. The Scythe is all about cutting cords. The Key, trusting yourself to have your own answers. The Snake, which could be slippery tongue. It could be kind of a sneaky backwards energy, but also transformation, letting go. It could be one or the other. Then we have the Ship reversed. This is about fast-moving energy as well, but in a bigger picture. We have loyalty with the dog here. Interesting. Okay, so we'll get more cards on the table, but essentially it seems that you are in a hurry. Perhaps you're going really quickly towards your goal, and then you find something to kind of get in the way, some sort of an obstacle, and then you're stuck in this releasing kind of, the habit has been go, 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 fall down, you know, release something. Okay, that kind of feels good. We'll go farther because we have this big picture here. This could be your big goal, your big dream, the big thing that you're looking for. There is sort of a yearning energy here, and I think that's why victory is upside down. Not because you can't be victorious, but because there's some sort of energy linked up with that victory. Either some guilt around money, why should I have the money and others cannot, or, you know, look at your personal money story, and most success coaches, business coaches out there will have some sort of framework around the money mindset. Everybody has something. So let me know if you're in need of something like that. I do business coaching as well. So moving on here, we have the Rider moving quickly and then stopping. Then we have the Key, which again is trusting yourself, and we see that here with the dog as well. So something's going on with how much you're willing to bet on yourself, how much you're, yeah, there's empowerment over there too. So it's really true. It's really time now to be true to yourself and who you are. And when you're looking in the reflection, you know, try to keep any of these negative thoughts out of the way. If you are reactive and you're like this ticking bomb, and when people poke you, you then go off, there's nothing wrong with that. That shouldn't turn you around and make you start running this direction to run that direction, right? Because there is sort of this back and forth energy that doesn't necessarily feel good. But at the end of the day, the lesson here is to learn about yourself and learn about what empowers you. So let's dive in here to the energy that has up until now been suppressed. What are we suppressing with Aquarius? Open your arms. Interesting. So these are like wings, and they are taped on this woman's back, and they're actually a bouquet of flowers. So it's something that's very delicate, very fragile. So again, it comes back to trusting yourself, deserving worthiness. There's some work to be done there. You can see this person here is sort of hugging herself, and she's in water, and there's actually all sorts of spears and bows in the water here, or like debris. So it's almost like, and perhaps it's natural elements, organic material, but either way, the emotions lie in the water. And so there's something emotional very behind the scenes. So this is a subconscious work that you're doing. And at the bottom here, we have cultivate love. So interesting opposing energy here, where the hair is even almost matched up. I think that's really cool. But in this case, she's closed off. She has her wings that look damaged. They're not going to work. She's in water up to her waist. She's drowning. And now when the water clears, you're blossoming. Your hands are open. You're, expressing these seeds and planting these seeds out into the world. And you're surrounded by this evanescence, this beautiful life-giving force energy through the leaves and the foliage. So you're here, you're meant to nurture yourself. And I do believe that that is where you are sort of selling yourself short and not allowing yourself that self-care, that self-reflection. So let's dive in now into your goal. The big goal, what's in your mindset? What are you striving towards? Focus. I absolutely love this card. I love the colors here. It's so pretty. So the big cats are representations of secrets and keeping things hidden. And here we have focus. So again, I think there's something in the subconscious that's ready to come forward. And here I'm thinking like honing in on the source, looking at the energy flow and really diving in deep and focusing on where all of this is coming from. Some of you have something really deep coming up, maybe with a relationship around you, or just even a work situation. Just something around you is just causing you to really think back and to, quite frankly, get a little stuck in this little mindset wheel. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck here we have power, and I love this. This is the Tower card. This is that spark of life, and a lot of people look at it as the universe coming in to intervene. And I love that too, because the universe is always thinking of our highest good. And with this power card, it means that even through times of this here, where you felt like you were drowning and being tossed and turned into this storm, this is where you become a good sailor. This is where you begin to really and truly trust yourself, right? And we have this sailor here, or the boat, which is usually just the big goal moving towards your goals at hyper speed. And we have focus here too. So some of you may be building some sort of a business adventure, which gets me really excited too, because again, I am a business coach. So everything's in the description if you're looking for that. But this power card is very much representing that earth connection, that spark of life, sort of that ace of wands, that fire energy, electric energy, just feeling that zap where you just get up and you think, okay, I've got this, it's okay. So you can anticipate that coming to you very quickly. Okay, now we have messages from the spirit realm. What do we have from your spirit team? Around that counting coup, what's going on with the victory thing? Gratitude for what we have, okay. Be grateful for abundance, live in appreciation for what you have, and more good things will come. Very beautiful. We have the hummingbird here. We have an open flower. Oh, something's falling. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you heard that, but something in my office just fell over. Interesting. Okay. And then at the bottom here, we have the dolphins, and I love this. This is all about joy. The hummingbird as well, very much about joy, happiness, spreading love, seeing the beauty in all things. And this is about embodying that joy, dancing when you feel like dancing. Acknowledge your mission, align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. I had a feeling that you all have something very big going on. Maybe some of you wanting to host retreats in the woods, maybe some of you wanting to move with the ship here. And I think one at the bottom of the deck indicated a movement as well. So you're focusing on this destiny, on this big picture, but then all too often you have to sort of come back to the now and get into this rhythm, this habit of sort of this mundane, day-to-day, oh my goodness sakes, like, do I really have to do this still? When really you're driven by this. And I actually just did a video in my Facebook group about that, because I have a big picture too. I have $1 million dream is what I like to call it, and I'm living in a home that's being renovated. I have a lot of stuff going on. These videos are actually late because I got a cold, but then I also had to upgrade my ability to store. My laptop stopped taking videos. So I had this little freak out, and I thought, okay, I'm in this house that I don't like, and all these things are going on to where I can't work. I can't do the things I need to do to get me to this big picture. So I had no option but to wait the 2 days for things to come in the mail. And I did go to the store and purchase a couple things too. But either way, I felt this way. It was this broken wing, this feeling that it's not happening, and I don't feel empowered right now in this moment. I feel like I'm moving and then cutting cords and then getting angry and moving again. But these two cards here are an indicator of how to stay focused when that happens. And the live video that I just did today is also an explanation of that, how to sort of get your mind out of the current situation that you are in, which we see here with the big picture as well, that perspective shift. So everything's in the description if you'd like to come and hang out with us in my Spiritual Entrepreneurs group. We talk a lot about business growth, business management, different tools on how to get your word out, how to focus deeper, yes, but also do these mindset things about earning money and about being fully empowered as you go about the next step. So now, with what's being expressed, the next step here for you is to make a choice. And I know this resembles one in the original tarot card deck, the traditional. I want to say it's the World card, but it could also be a 2, like a 2 of no, 2 of Cups, perhaps. I don't know. Somebody in here will know. But we have this person here, and she's looking at this crystal ball, so her dream, right? And there's this white dove, which is about peace and pleasure and leisure and this good fortune, this good intention. And she's looking at the crystal ball so much that she may not be aware of this beautiful scenery that's behind her. She has beautiful flowers at her feet, and she may be in the place that she is now, but she's not focused there. So it's very interesting to see those sort of reflect each other. And at the bottom here we have innocence. And this is about that childhood self. The childhood self that is still in action mode, right? Where the heart's aflutter and you're excited for the next adventure, and you haven't thought about all the things that can go wrong. You're just thinking about what could go right, and you're thinking about how fun this is going to be for you. You know, that's the energy that Spirit wants to infuse in you right now, kind of with that power card as well. And a lot of times people say to get there with gratitude, right? You start thinking of your end goal, and then you're just overwhelmed by longing and feeling like you can't go on. And then people will tell you to make a gratitude list, and I do recommend this to an extent. There comes a point where, you know, you can't always just make a gratitude list and get yourself out of the current situation, right? I'm grateful for what I have, but I'm excited for more to come. So, one of the animals that's here for you is the rabbit. And he is about fear. He's about manifesting things that you actually do not want. And he's going to go right here next to this focus card. So again, this is about underlying energy, secrets, what's going on behind the scenes, and what it is saying for you is what you focus on grows. So watch it. What you focus on will manifest. So you have to be very, very particular about what your thoughts are doing, right? If you are having thoughts of turmoil and just, I can't go on, and my dream seems so far away, and I'm so far away from it, I'm here now. Oh my goodness, I just noticed there's a key here. She's holding a key. And then we have the key here, which is reverse, which just means you don't know it yet. You don't have it yet. You're so busy being in the now, and you're focusing on the things that you don't want or the things that you do have, and it's not actually creating gratitude. So I would say, rather than focusing on making a gratitude list, I would focus very much on getting yourself out of the current situation, whatever that may be. So if you're sick of the 9 to 5, okay, every day when you leave your 9 to 5, you're going to go on a little drive, and you're going to go to a coffee shop, and maybe you buy something, maybe you don't, but you just sit there for a while, and you just get your head out of that situation before you just go home and get right back into the next mundane thing, because you're looking for this key, and this key is not outside of you. It's not down here in the crystal ball. It's not down here in the plants that you're planting. It's within you. And you're going to learn about this key only when you give up the things that are no longer serving you. There's something in its place right now. Guilt, shame, overwhelm, chaos, exhaustion, something, who knows what, is in here within you. And it's clogging up all the space, so your key cannot get in. Now, how interesting are these? What if we just read this from left to right and said, look at this dream, look at this thing I want, look at what I'm manifesting, and let it go. There's an expectation here for victory. You're thinking of victory, you're thinking of getting there, you're thinking of the next step, you're thinking one step ahead. But indeed, you need to be letting it go. See, we have the bird here, and it just so happens to be this same fluid motion. So you have a choice here to focus on the fact that you do not have your dream. You're not there yet. You have so much to do before that time comes. Or you can just be loyal to yourself and just say, you know, I don't know what it is all the time, but I have got it figured out. And you just have to talk yourself up sometimes and just be like, you know, these wings might not fly, but they're cute, they're fun. I'm at least enjoying my surroundings and these beautiful flowers that are around me. And I'm just going to let go, even if it's just for the moment. And I'm just going to think of me and just build myself back up and not be on the move, not be on the run, not be thinking of where I'm going, how to get there faster, but instead thinking of joy, pleasure, leisure. Over this last weekend, when I mentioned I had my little upset, which it was the full moon, so we can't all be that responsible, right? But I went on a drive and I got myself out of my head. And what I do, and it sounds silly, but I get in my car and I just talk out loud. I don't care who's listening. Nobody can hear me, so it's just me. And I just talk myself through what's happening. And I'll kind of organize my life and just say, here's where I am now. Here's what I think I should do. Here's what I want to do. Here's what I'd rather have happen. And here's what the universe has kind of been pointing me towards. And, you know, and then I stopped myself a little bit and I said, wow, I really like to put a lot on my plate, don't I? And so either way, you have to get yourself out of the situation and go and be in a pleasurable moment. And that was the quote that came to me when I got home from that drive that I wrote down and I shared in my group. And it said, magic grows or magic flows in moments of leisure and pleasure. So that's where you are, Aquarius. We're in very much the same boat, and perhaps it was the full moon who did it to us, but I am definitely feeling very personal tie to this reading. Okay, so let's see what is motivating you, Aquarius. It seems that you have this really big goal. So what are you motivated by? Endurance. This is someone who's on a rite of passage journey. And it reminds me a lot here of this power place. And look, we have the lightning in the background too. I'm just going to grab that card. It's still on the bottom of a deck, and I'm going to grab this Destiny card because we saw the dolphins twice. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that one in that corner surrounding that gratitude there. I think that's really beautiful. All right, so you're on this journey, this crazy journey called life, and you're climbing mountains, and it feels good sometimes, but then you burn out. And you're just like, this is where I lay. This is where it ends. You know, I'm out of juice and I'm just feeling done with all of it. And then the lightning strikes and it strikes your fire, or it makes you jump. And that jump puts you back into your body. And it just says, wait, I'm here. And you're looking up. So just ignore her head. You're looking up and you're just like, oh, okay, here's the flowers. Here's the scenery. Here's the bird. And you're just like, wow, whatever I was thinking about before, whatever was on my mind, I didn't even know it was on my mind, but whatever I was thinking about before, look at how much it doesn't matter. I mean, whatever it is that's weighing me down, the fear, the upheaval, the overwhelm, the mundane, something's going on behind the scenes that you're ready to see it. You're ready to find it and release it. Because if you're not careful, it starts to run the show. And the last thing that we want to run the show is fear. And I think it's a fear of not making it, a fear of failure, and you're motivated by the thought of you can do this. You're striving to not fail. And I've been there. I know exactly what that feels like. I know exactly what that means. It's like you're driven by the fact that you cannot, should not, could not possibly fail. So you're in this rhythm of go, 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 push, 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 and then crash. So the lightning comes to blast your focus there. Okay, let's see here the next one. So the momentum that's helping you on this dream is the Green Woman. I really love this card. This is just genuine feminine energy. And I apologize if you hear creaking. There's, my family's upstairs. So she has her cauldron here. Her belly is nice and plump, and there's something about that that I just really love because she's full, she's well fed. Back in European times, ancient European times, it was good to have women well fed because it meant that she had more than enough. And in this tarot card deck, this is also representation. I'm sorry, my dog is trying to push his way through. Hi, please, no. Came up to sniff the card over here behind me. Goofball. Okay, sorry. So she has all these tools. She is the intuitive. She is the feminine nature. She is that background knowledge. And that's what you're looking to gain and to live your life through. I even love that she's wearing red. It's like you go from this to this to this. And that is so, so beautiful. So the motivation is there, and what you're looking at now is becoming this king of vessels or the king of water, which is, if you're going to have a masculine energy, make sure that it's emotional, okay? And I love that for you specifically because there's an emotional upheaval happening that's sort of getting you in your own way, keeping you from enjoying life, keeping you from enjoying the little moments and looking up from your desk, your table. It's almost like you have, it feels very much like there's some of you that have a full-time job, 2 or 3 kids, you're going to school and you're launching a business. It's almost like that. It's like you're doing everything and you like to put a lot of stuff on your plate, but you are secretly, behind the scenes, you are burning out. And it's very much time for you to check in to your emotional state. How are you feeling at this time of day, at that time of day, on this part of the journey, on that part of the journey? Where are you going? Where are you headed? And why does that feel XYZ? Okay, so we have one more set of cards here. I know I get a lot of cards on the table, and I'm just going to fix this so it's a bit more symmetrical. I like it to look like a circle, but it kind of goes in and out. Okay, so this is going to be the aspects of self that are coming through for you, that are going to help you in the next coming days. Look at this water energy. I love this. It looks like she's really bound up, but these are actually whips. So when I first saw the card, I was like, okay, well, breaking bonds and, you know, breaking free. But this is about like being in control. This is about delegation. This is like, heck yes, I've got this. Heck yes, I know what I'm doing. You know, even just hearing me say, you're doing all the things. You go to work, you have the kids, you have the school, you have the business. And you're just like, heck yeah, I do. That's your moment of power, which we see here in empowerment. We see here with the lightning storm. And it's breathing life into this crazy dream of yours. And I resonate with this. I mean, I have a definite $1 million dream. And many of us do, right? So we're looking at normalizing large amounts of money. We're looking at normalizing high income months and the feminine nature. And we also have here the King of Earth. So as far as tarot goes, you have a 5 of stones or a 5 of pentacles in the traditional. And then we have the green woman, which is pure feminine energy. We have the King of Water, and now we have the King of Earth. So the feminine nature is so innate within you, but you're trying to embody a lot of masculine. The masculine energy in the growth, the masculine energy for studying, the masculine left brain is taking over the show. So I really love this. These are 2 different decks, but they have a very similar vibe here. We have the green man and the green woman. So some of you may be manifesting love as well. I don't usually focus on love in my general readings because there's just so many things that could go on. So that would be a private reading only, but you do have this innocence card with the little kiss. So it could definitely be love that you're manifesting. Just reach out to me if that's the case, and I'll let you and we can set up a private reading. Okay, I want to see what the bottom is here. Have faith. Yeah, just trust. And this goes with the gratitude part too, and it also goes with the enjoying of life. She's on, this is Mother Earth, the lotus flower here. The heron is about self-reflection and self-growth, and then the wolf here is about community and looking at your ability to trust. So trust and faith is coming through for you very strongly. And then I do have, yes. I'd like to pull one more card for this position here, which will be how you can connect to your higher sources. How are you going to connect to your higher sources? The wishing well. How beautiful. Okay, so the wish that you have, you know, don't let anyone tell you that you are wishful thinking only, or, you know, this is a big dream, so maybe you should downsize, right? There's this aspect of you that is this gorgeous, beautiful director. You're in the director's chair. And so you have to be very acutely aware of what thoughts are going on behind the scenes, because they are playing a part, they are coming true. But there's this aspect of you that's being empowered, even now. I mean, I feel a shift even from when we first started the reading, where you're realizing that your wish holds merit. Your wish is what is meant for you. Your wish is innately yours, and you're going to connect to your higher sources. You're going to connect to this victory here. Your guides really want you to have this thing. And I do end up flipping upside down cards a lot of the time. So you'll see me do that a lot and when you come back next month. But all in all, Aquarius, You guys are really doing fantastic. You just need to really focus on enjoying life more. You need to really focus on letting go of what's not serving you. If you start having thoughts or you start having a mood, look at the mood and say, okay, what am I ready to release right now that's going to make me feel better? What don't I want any more of? And how can I shift out of that being of that? Because that's the energy here of the rabbit. And how can I connect to my higher sources to see myself in this victory? This is your visualizations. This is what you're doing to actively create your next step, right? Is this quadrant right here. So you're focusing on joy and of course gratitude as well, because what we focus on grows. That's where you've been sort of stuck, as you focus on the wish and it's outside of you, it's somewhere far away. So you get a little freaked out and you get a little scared and it puts you in a mood. And then you start tripping on yourself and you're not going quite smooth and your rhythm gets all messed up. So focus on the rhythm. I think human design would be really fantastic for you. And then we have listening here. Oh, the dogs just came in. I can hear them above us. My apologies. So listening to your higher self, to your guides, to more things like this video, to maybe coming with me to hang out in my group, or I'm also doing Akashic Records certifications, which I didn't get a whole lot in this video. Usually I get a really strong download if that's something that you're interested in, but I figured I'd mention it because it really helps to connect to spirit guides and past lives and doing some more of the subconscious deep diving. So if you're interested in that, do let me know. Check out the description box, of course, and I always appreciate your comments, subscribes, likes, and shares, so please make sure to do that as this is a young account. So I'm sending you all so much love, and I will see you all next month. Have a great day, and rest of the month too. Bye.